We have Eclipse Genesis. It's time to rise up. Hello everyone. For this video, we're going to be taking a look at the starter, Eclipse Genesis G5. Hasbro did actually provide this to us, so if you are wondering at any moment in this video, how did we get this? What form of Bay methods did we do? Hasbro was the one who provided for this video, so if you were wondering again, how do we obtain it? Hasbro was very kind enough to provide it for this review. With that being said, I am very excited to actually take a look at this and see how they handled it. It's going to be very interesting. So once again, I just want to say a huge thanks to Hasbro for providing this to us. And yeah, let's take a look at it. So it actually does have Swipe, but it does have a new disc, which is TH27. So Swipe is a Hasbro exclusive disc. It's meant to emulate the metal that's on Hybrid. We've got a new tip, which is very interesting to say the least. So we're gonna take a look at it and see how much it differs from Genesis. I'm extremely curious, to be honest. And yeah, let's begin by going first to the back of the box. Yeah, let's go to the back of the box. Almost forgot. Yeah, so obviously scan the app, download the app. We show the QR code right at the end if you are wondering. So look at that. So for the stats, it has a 5 and a 1, Eclipse Genesis. Very interesting parts and everything. Eclipse is like it's like a layer base now. The Genesis chip should be just the same as the Royal one. I don't expect any differences with the slopes or anything. Yeah, but no, now let's actually move on. So going over to our first part, which is the Gamma chip or whatever, the GT chip. It is Genesis. There is only a small difference between that and the original one, which is just a little bit more spikier. They did actually modify it a bit, so fair enough. It is pretty close to the TOMY one. They just don't have the little red center bits on the thing, which is fine, I guess. Right next to it, you can just see. So the only little part, I guess, was just painting this little part purple, but again, like, if they don't have the Infinity Lock, it's not really that big of a deal in this very specific case. It looks fine. The tip looks fine. They don't paint the other side of the eyes, which is a little bit weird, because I'm guessing that they just modified the original mold of Genesis, but as far as visually, it looks fine. So we're gonna get this, and I just need to see which side. There we go. So these are what the slopes look like, if you are wondering. Just to show you. I did try to actually assemble it. It wasn't that bad, to be honest, so yeah. Let's move on next to the Eclipse base. We have our layer base, which is Eclipse now. It is permanently fused. So with the original one, with its TOMY one, just to do side by side, I guess we gotta go a little bit out. So with its TOMY one, obviously the whole idea was that this armor would fill in the gaps on the side, and then after also prevent it from bursting. Well, not completely, but still. So it not being removed is not really that much of a surprise, although it's a bit, well, I guess because Union Achilles does have a different gimmick than Genesis for how the armor works. I thought that maybe they could have done it, but then after when you saw the part where the armor should have locked in, where it was kind of just squared out, I guess that makes sense for why they didn't do it. But you know, it to be honest, it is what it is. Like, whatever. I kind of hope that it can be removed. No, so it's just permanently on there, so you can just see. I thought for a second, because it does look like, it does look like you can remove it, but no. As far as detail goes, I think other than just the gold, it's really, yeah, and I guess like the little stickers that they had on there. Not too unexpected. So I guess if you want to do it for Apocalypse, you're gonna just have to put Apocalypse, unless they just release Apocalypse with the mold of the armor permanently fused. But for Apocalypse, you can make Eclipse Apocalypse and do this, I guess. So, you know, it's something. It's something. I guess also let me put the Genesis chip on Prime just for an example, and as well let me get Royal, and I just want to go through all the combinations you can make with this between the new one. So you can have Royal like that with the pink chip, or if you move Apocalypse away, you can put the new Genesis chip on there, and then after you just get something like this. Very nice. Overall though, am I really that surprised? To be honest, I'm not really that surprised at all. The fact that it's permanently fused, I pretty much was expecting, to be quite honest, because they don't have the infinite lock, so I don't think they would just make it so you can remove it. There's not really like the other armors that from before where it would make sense. Again, in similar fashion to the Infinity Lock, they still also do have the contact points at the little edges where the weak points are. As far as like a little side to side, just going over, because this is probably the most important part. It's slightly modified, but it still should hit similar to Big Bang, but of course we have to wait and actually see. But yeah, moving on. Moving next up, we have our new disc, which is Swipe. This originally came on Royal Genesis. It's supposed to emulate the metal that's on Hybrid for the Bey. I believe it's not too heavy. I think it's like typical Hypersphere weight, like 19, 18 or something. Sure, I guess just showing this next to Hybrid so you get an idea. So they did try to sort of base it on the metal idea of Hybrid. Probably recommend actually maybe put some sort of frame just to give it a little more oomph and weight to it. Just to show you, I guess. We've already went over this with Royal, so not really much else to say, but if you are wondering, there you go. Moving on to the most interesting part now. We are with our performance tip, which is actually Friction Hypersphere. Yeah, actually, now that you see it, it really is just friction. And if you look at the symbols on the thing, that is most certainly Friction Hypersphere. So, very weird choice, actually, that they did for... Well, it's a new tip. So it was a new tip regardless. I thought they would just recolor Hybrid or something. No. Or I thought it was maybe just the evolved tip of Hybrid. No, it's literally just, they just did a new tip. So, you now have two different variations of friction, I guess, in the system. One that's like that and one that's like that. Perhaps I should maybe get a little bit more in depth with it, just because it is something that was a little bit unexpected, to be quite honest. I didn't actually think they would go through that. I thought maybe, oh, they'll do something else. Just getting the actual friction performance tip. So obviously you can see the difference between them all. So then a lot of variations with friction. The one that's clear and white is TAKARA TOMY, obviously, just to mention that one. So yeah, this tip has gone through a lot of variations. Cool, I guess. Regardless, it's a new tip that's very, very cool. It's got a weird shape, and you wanna know why? I can really see the friction on it. I really can. We've got the scale set up here. We have got the original Genesis chip, which is about 3.36. We have got Apocalypse, which is about 3.40. Then after we have the new Genesis chip, which is about 3.52. Moving on, We have the Eclipse base, which is a total of about 10.77. Royal is, oh, sorry, I put Royal with the chip, sorry. Royal on its own is about 8. I would assume, yeah, it should be heavier than these two. Yeah, should be heavier than these two. So let's do Royal with the chip all together. It should be maybe like 20 or something. Well, I mean, with the disc, should be past 20 for sure. All right, anyways, 14.29. Swipe disc. 18.93, and then after the driver, 8.77. Altogether now is about 41.97. Let's be fair, and I'll give it the combo. I'll try to give TT the combo of, let's say, swipe, and I'll even give it friction just to see. 56. So in that regard, but yeah, after that when you put it, it's way different. With the armor on its own, it's just about 4 grams, and then after the actual 26. Yeah, I was thinking of this one, the 26. Altogether, obviously, with the actual parts, it's about 69 nice. So quite a big difference between the two. Quite a big difference, indeed. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna move on to the test launch and the battles, and we're gonna see how good this is. So just to show off the awesome launcher it comes with, let's do a test launch. Are you ready?
Oh, yes.
3, 2, 1, let it rip.
Oh.
Moves nice. So they picked friction hypersphere for the thing, huh? That's crazy, huh?
Nice.
All right, let's pick it up. All right, so our first opponent, this has to be done, because otherwise it wouldn't make any sense. We do it against Royal Genesis.
All right.
Let's see how it does. Big hits. If it's better than, yeah.
Whoa!
Yeah, I would have suspected it'd be strong. It's probably the strongest Hasbro Infinite Lock bag. Well, it's not really an Infinite Lock, you know what I mean. The Hasbro converted, you get the idea. Seems strong. Insanely tight, huh? So strong they made Eclipse, huh? All right, 2-1. Very good job, actually. I'm really loving Eclipse. Oh, wait. Oh my God! Yo, that's awesome. Yo, Eclipse is actually not that bad for Hypersphere. For our next opponent, I'm sorry. No, we gotta. This is from the anime when Arthur challenges him and loses badly. All right.
Whoa!
Easy, easy. Did anyone suspect anything else? No. So easily can defeat the other ones. Let's get. We're gonna get 2 other ones, and we'll get the main one at the end. So this will be our final battle at the end of the video. We gotta do it against these 2. These 2 are like the best Hypersphere ones that I know that have been released. So we just gotta see. So we'll first do Union, then we'll do Master, because Union's just the best. Let's see how it does against Union. Big hits. Seems like it'll be difficult to burst this one against Hypersphere Bays. Eclipse.
For the win.
For the win, yes, for the win. What a fascinating bay. This thing seems like strong, man. Yeah, this thing is strong. Let's see how well they do all around. It is amazing with all the hits, man. Are you seeing this? Insane. Absolutely insane right now. Okay, what's gonna happen?
He wins.
It wins. Okay, so now we're gonna spice things up a bit. I have with me Zone. We're gonna do Zone against Eclipse. Let's get a left way to represent. Right? Because then I have to end off with Devilos. Oh my god, this thing really whips the base with its attacks. With its Eclipse whip. Let's see how it does at the end though. Okay, let's do another one against Zone. It seems, I think this might be the best in the wave. This definitely seems like it. I'm happy that it's good. I'm happy that it's good. Well, like with anybody, I hope it's good, but I'm happy like it's very solid. Okay, but now we get to the real test. Obviously, we're gonna just do a few, but we're gonna see against what I have crowned the best Hypersphere bait. Like, for pure stock combos and everything, the best. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Master Devilos. Let's see how it does. No, we're in. This is the finals, the ultimate test for Genesis. So we'll do a bet, we'll do 3 rounds. So 3 rounds it has a chance. So even if one is maybe in the lead, we still do 3 rounds regardless. Master Devilos? No, Eclipse. Okay. One around. Whoop! So Genesis, what I like about this tip is that it moves around so nice. It moves around nice, man. It's better than Master Devilos.
1-1.
So it's 1-1. It still has a chance. So we just did a practice launch with Devilos right there. Just because this is the final round, I want to give Devilos a good chance just to run around the stadium. So now, let's see. All right, head to head. Whoop. So definitely, if you put on a fuse tip, Genesis will be like a beast for Hypersphere. Still Devilos, I see, but that's not to undermine this bait. This bait is still very, very good. It was very close. Now, I already know what's gonna happen, but we gotta do it. I'll do 2 rounds against TT because I actually want to do the full sessions. It's so weird because this has friction on. Do we give it? We'll do a few rounds like this, then we'll give it hybrid Hypersphere. Oh god. All right, let's see what happens. Oh. I'm scared. I'm scared. TT. What? It didn't burst. But no, let's see now, huh? 1 hit, another hit. Oh my god. These hybrid just went on like the overdrive right there. It didn't burst though, so that's a little bit surprising. Although it might burst now with hybrid Hypersphere, but technically this is how your Genesis should look if you want it. So you need to get Royal if you want to complete the combo now for the anime one. So let's do it against TT now. The power of Hypersphere, how far will it go? What? So at the very least, yeah, it's not really bursting the TT, which I think is very good. Because at least, you know, it's not a burst, man. Oh, Lord. It just flew. Oh my god. It flew. But this is very good. I'm very impressed by this. This was a really good job by Hasbro. So, all things considered, As a Hypersphere Bay performs very... Wait, hold on. Let me turn off the hybrid. As a Hypersphere Bay, it performs very, very well. Hold on. I always forget so nobody didn't show it. Pause the video. No, I can just... Hold on. There you go. Pause.
Okay.
Pause the video. Do it. Do it. Do it. Eclipse QR. So overall, I think it was a pretty good job. Yes, the armor not being customizable would have been awesome if they could pull it off, but kind of expected. I would have loved it if you could. Friction Hypersphere, or it's basically Friction Hypersphere at this point, whatever the shape is. So cool looking, not just like seeing it, man. Just like, wow. That looks cool. Look at this, hold on. I think that's really cool, man. So in the comments, let me know your thoughts on this. I think this is a very solid starter, and I think if you do want to complete the combo, get Eclipse and get Royal, so that way you can switch the hybrid onto Eclipse. Very solid, very, very solid. Probably contender for one of the best rides compared to Master Devilo, seeing its performance, but that's where we're going to be ending off this video. So thank you for watching and have an awesome, amazing day.